Whether we're talking about the next Harry Potter or the next Twilight, we can't really tell for sure. But one thing is certain, the Mortal Instruments City of Bones turned Toronto upside down with some good old fan chaos. As you can hear, it's crazy.
Good timing.
And the carpet has just started. Adaptations based on books are an interesting thing. Any book that you adapt into a full-length movie, it's tough on its own. But when it's a book series that has such an enormous fan base just to begin with, how do you take on that approach? How did you actually get the ball rolling in your mind?
Well, I spent a lot of time with the book on my own. I just wanted to find out what I loved about the book. I was looking at movies like The Exorcist for inspiration, because I thought there's a really serious way you can deal with these demons and the ideas of demons. I think the idea that they never go into a full-on creature. It's always the girl, you know, it's always the actress sitting there. That's, I think, what makes it very, very scary.
There's going to be comparisons to Harry Potter, there's going to be comparisons to Twilight because it's an adaptation of a YA novel into a movie. This film is incredibly different though to either of those things. You know, of course there are elements in this that, you know, are sort of relatively similar in the sense that we have like a vampire and a werewolf, but we're not trying to recreate the image. Ultimately, this story is based in reality.
Okay.
You cool?
If I start weeping, just keep asking questions.
I know that you sent the audition tapes constantly back and forth to really snag that role.
Absolutely, yeah. Nagging.
Exactly.
Tell them what they want, because they don't know themselves.
After you got the role, at what point in the filming process or afterwards did it really hit you, my God, this is for real?
I think, you know what, on the first day of filming, we were on a gigantic kind of a lock-off street, and I had just arrived from upstate New York because I was doing a different job. Arrived onto set to, you know, lots and lots of New York taxi cabs, wind machines, hundreds of extras, and these guys all clad in leather. And it was the surrealist moment, and I think that moment was, again, straw away from mental breakdown. Because a few hours later, we were shooting the movie. It's going, don't fuck up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. Okay, next scene.
Lily, hi, Jeremy from TDot TV. I'm good, how are you?
Good.
You're amazing. Like, I cannot believe how breathtaking you are right now.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm looking at you, I'm like, holy smokes, I have to ask her a question.
Thank you.
I know that you're a huge fan of the series beforehand.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to me because I want to know, how did that affect the way that you actually looked at the script and considered taking the role in the first place compared to some of your castmates who they just looked at it as the script was written?
Yeah, I mean, I was a huge fan of the books. I remember I read the first one and found out they were making it into a movie and like called everyone, emailed and said like, how do I get involved? And then the script came my way and it was kind of a no-brainer. I mean, the script went through so many changes along the way, but the character was always so strong and the core of Cassandra's writing was always there. So I mean, how could I not say yes? I just love Clary, and to get the chance to play her was a huge honor.